Well, I think it's safe to say that probably 5 years ago, nobody would have expected to see this video. I myself being the first one to say that. But anyways, I don't know if anybody's ever been in a situation where they've had a multitude of people doubt them, and a lot of people go against them, and a lot of mean, cruel things said or done to them. It's just, a lot of stuff that it's not even that serious. It don't matter to me anymore like it used to, but there was a lot of opposition towards my life for the last 5 years, and I finally surrendered, but it wasn't to anybody that was causing me pain or conflict. I surrendered to God, and I isolated myself from everywhere and everybody. I literally stopped going out of my home every day. I didn't even, unless I had to, I would literally order my groceries. You didn't see Victoria, hear from Victoria, or know what Victoria was doing at all for a good 2 years, I'm sure. You can ask probably anybody that knows me, or anybody that knows me, close to me, whatever. I was off grid, gone, under the radar. But that was because I chose to. And those were probably the most beneficial 2 years of my life, because I learned so much, and I gained so much patience, and I learned so much knowledge about God and my relationship with God, and how much He was going to change my life. And He has blessed me in so many ways and given me so many miracles, and continues to do so as we speak. And I don't think I could ever be grateful or thank God enough for what I am today. And I'm not ashamed to say that, not in the least, because if you have a relationship like I do with God, nothing else really matters, honestly. Because there's really no opposition. There's nothing that's ever real enough to come against you when you got God behind you. And that's the biggest truth I've ever told. So while she was isolating herself and being weird and closed off from the world and didn't talk to nobody, and everybody thought I was just gonna lose it all, lose myself and everything I had, and because of all that I went through. No, God was God was refining me, sending me through the fire, so that when the real fire comes, I won't be burned. I'll be able to walk right through it. And I believe that with every piece of me, every particle of my being. But just so you know, folks, don't ever underestimate God and the power of God. Don't ever go against Him. Don't ever play with His chosen. Don't ever come against Him for anything, because that's the last person you want as the enemy. The devil has no hold on anything when it comes to God. Don't you people know that? You can go against somebody, you can cast every spell, you can beg, plead with the devil and tell him you'll do whatever it takes, and guess what? God will breathe, and everything that you worked so hard to try to tear apart disintegrates right in front of you. Right for the moment you thought you won. Trust me. God is one amazing being, and I love God with my heart. All of it. And nobody will ever take that from me. And y'all just wait. Keep watching. He's blessing me every day, because He knows I'm truly faithful to Him in any way possible, and I will serve Him every day of my life, or the rest of my life, without a doubt. Nothing can take that or shake that from me. So if y'all want to know anything that's good about my life, it's God. You see anything good going on with me, it's God. Everything that's about to change for me, it's God. And you all could be the same way. Get to know Him. Talk to Him. Spend some time just reflecting on yourself and talking to Him. I talk to Him like He's my best friend. Like, people probably think I'm crazy. I don't even care, because I'm more sane now than I've ever been my whole life. And it's because of God. Because He loves me. When no one else does, He does. And when I'm alone, I'm never alone. I'm safe and I'm held. He always is there for me. He made one hell of a warrior out of me. And there's nothing that I'll ever be scared to go to battle for when it comes to God. Because in the end, the race is long, and it's only with yourself. If you let the devil win, then it's just a shame, because what God has for you is beautiful. There's no better peace. And I don't feel like there's another victory in the world that's greater than that, than what He's done for me. How He reshaped my entire existence, and how I looked at life in general, and how I have, some of you may know my story, some of you don't probably know a thing about it. I lost my whole family, my father, my mother, and my brother in a very short period of time. And that was the hardest years of my life. But it was also the awakening for me, and the realization that I was just letting life live me, not me living life, for a very long time, and I wasted a lot of time, and I lost myself in the process of losing my family and my mom, my brother, my dad. That was a lot, and I miss them every day, but I'm so much stronger now than I have been in my entire life. And sometimes when you don't hold on to the pain, when you let the pain go, grieve and let it out, and you realize that death is very much part of life, and that we don't know when our last day is, or tomorrow is going to be the last day I'm alive, or if I have 40 more years to live. There's no one but God that knows that. And if you know that you truly will see those people again, those souls, not people, because obviously they won't be a person, when you leave your body and you pass away. But to know that I'll get to see them again gives me more comfort than anything else. And it also puts me at peace. But it took me a long time to get to that realization. And I went through a lot of pain and a lot of conflict, and a lot of people coming against me for unimaginable reasons, and it doesn't even matter now. I forgive everyone that caused me conflict, caused me problems, caused my heartache to be much more than what it had to be. And y'all all know who you are, so I'm not pointing fingers or whatever, but y'all know who you are, and I forgive y'all, and I hope that no one ever does you the way that y'all did me. But I learned a lot from it, so in all actuality, thanks, because y'all made... Sorry, I had to turn the lighting up in here. I feel like you couldn't see me, but anyways, y'all made warrior material out of me. Like, y'all, really and truly, it was all a blessing for me in disguise, because I am one force to be reckoned with now, and probably wouldn't have made it to that point without the constant conflict and turmoil that was raised against me daily. And when I say daily, I mean daily. It was something every day that I was facing, and it's no one person's fault. It's everything that I brought on myself throughout years of living in deep regret and not caring and not paying attention to how I was really living my life. I was just living my way through it, not really understanding actions that everything that's an action has a reaction, and I never even looked at it that way. wasn't really understanding how the world worked, and universe laws and karma and all those things were not even a thought to me then. I was just living my life like most careless person could. And so when you're faced with the amount of grief and pain I was faced with, and to realize, because as everybody would say, I grew up with a silver spoon in my mouth, and I was a little spoiled brat growing up, and I was very blessed. I had amazing parents, and I had more than anything, way more than what I needed. Okay, yes, I was blessed, and I mean maybe a little spoiled, but I was never a selfish, child with anything that I had. If anything, it made me a much better person because of the way I was raised. Honestly, I don't have or one regret about the way I was raised. Not one. My parents were absolutely, excuse the Lord, fucking amazing. Okay, they did the best they could, and they did a great job. Between me and my brother, they did an amazing job. For my dad to have ran his own business and took care of us just like he did. And my mom, she worked at Ford Motor Credit for 20-something years until she finally decided that she was going to help my dad with his business. And, they were two amazing people together and apart. They were amazing before they ever met. And then together they were a force that no one could stop. There were times where, they had, disagreements all the time, hell. But them two, they loved each other deeply. Those two knew what it took to make it last and to navigate through life. I mean, they made it look so easy. So easy. I mean, like, they were amazing. They really were. And I missed them so much. And I mean, there's not a day that goes by that I don't think of both of them in more ways than one. I mean, it doesn't ever get necessarily better. It just gets easier, as time goes on. But I think everything has to do with how you're raised, the family that you have bringing you up, and the people that love you and care for you. It has everything to do with what reflects that child's life and how it will turn out. Because even in my worst days, and even in my worst, the way I was raised is what brought me through this and out of it. Between God and the people that raised me, which was my mom and daddy, which both of them believed in God very much. Can't say they didn't have a strange relationship towards God like I do. A lot of people don't agree with my relationship with God, because I don't believe in going to church, because I feel like church is just another way, a form of control with society, and that's my opinion. I don't give a shit who likes it or don't. That's just my opinion. It doesn't have to be your opinion, and everybody can go where they want to worship God, but I worship God right here, and I don't need no church or some preacher to tell me how to do it, or when he's there with me or whatever. I know when God speaks to me directly, so I don't need a big pew and a lot of people to say, they're worshiping God, and really in all actuality they're just being controlled by another form of society that can make them believe that they have to be this way in order to get to heaven. God don't want you perfect, baby. He loves you when you're broken. So don't let them people fool you. And that's the realest thing I could tell you. But alongside all that, my real message here was that, for one, I want to thank God. Thank you so much, God, for everything that you brought me through. I'm at peace with everything in my life. I don't resent anyone, and I don't have no hate or any bad feelings towards anyone. And if anything, I love all of you. Even if you cause me pain and scars, I don't care. I still love you. I still forgive you. No matter how bad and how far we drift away from people and God, you can always find your way back. It starts with you. It starts with you changing, what needs to be changed, and facing the reality of this is your life. It's your only life. It's the only life that you're living right now, anyways. So, what's worse? Not knowing God and navigating through life without any clarity, and going through life like I was, with constant turmoil and everyday opposition. It was every day. I mean, and when I tell you every day, it was every day. But once I really learned who I was to God, that I was so much more worthy of things that I didn't think I was. When I learned that, it changed everything. I mean, and day by day, he showed me so many amazing things that some people would say I'm crazy, wouldn't believe me. And I mean, it's not for me to share with everybody. My walk was different, and it was personal, and it's mine, but everybody's journey will be different, and some are quick, some are long as hell like mine was, but I wouldn't change it for nothing because of who I am today and how it made me the woman I am now. And I realized that I had to give up on a lot of things, and starting with trying to be with a man. That was the biggest issue for me, was that I always felt like I needed somebody to make me complete, or just so I didn't have to be alone. And it wasn't until I really realized that was the biggest mistake I was making, starting with that, and spending the time alone that I spent for all this, these last 2 years. It wasn't until about a year ago I started realizing why I needed to be isolated from everything, and teach myself that I could be alone and it would be okay. And it wasn't until then that I found somebody that I really did love, like real love, like true love, like something you can't imagine. And I found that being alone and not searching for it, I don't know how. It's just new now, so I don't know how long it'll stick around, or if it's going to come into something huge or not. But it could definitely turn out that way. And you never know what God has in store for you. You just have to trust that it's going to be great. And that's all you can do, and hope for the best and wait patiently. As hard as it is, wait patiently to see how it plays out, because sometimes when it seems like he closed the door, he opens a freaking huge door. And he opened a door for me, because no matter how it plays out, no matter what happens these next couple weeks coming for me, I'm ready to hit the ground running. I know that my time of waiting and all the stagnant days of my life, they're done for. So what comes next is just gonna be freaking miracles, and I know this because I believe that I am worthy of that, and I have found peace and clarity inside me that I don't even feel like sometimes I deserve. It's really amazing. And I can't tell you enough that even in the hardest times of life, and even in the worst days right now, everybody thinks we're living in, it's only as bad as we're really making it. And everything starts to heal with love. If you can just, instead of finding the hate in every situation, find a way to love yourself out of it. Let it go if it's too much to bear. And if it's yours, it'll return. And if it's real love, it'll definitely return. And it's so hard to believe that, because I know I've done it so many times and thought, oh, I gotta force this, I gotta make this happen. But you really don't, I promise you. And when you let go, the second you let it go, God brings it right back. If it's yours, if it's good for you, if it's what you need, and it's what's going to be good for your life. Because he doesn't want anybody to live in misery. We want that. It's not him, it's us. Believe me, I was my worst enemy. Now I'm my best friend, and I love me, and there's nobody that's ever going to change that for me, because I have that understanding now, and God gave me that. And I truly believe people can't get that without going to God. So just, maybe my message is not helping Some of you, maybe it does. I don't know. But we are all a source of God. We are fragments of His being. And the sooner we realize that and wake up and look at how much we've been controlled and programmed, oh my God, it's just going to be such a beautiful way of living, because we know that we're in control of this life. God's guiding us through it, but we're in control of this life. Nobody should be able to be controlled by these entities that control us. They have brainwashed us. And baby, when I tell you that once you get that out of your mind and your mindset changes and you have a vision and you feel like nobody else can stop you, because they can't and they won't, then you'll know what it's like to live. Because everything before me waking up and knowing the control of mind control that was over me, the brainwashing, the scare tactics, all the shit that I've been through, when you really wake up, you'll see that it is such a crock of shit, and it's not right. But a lot of people, there's still so many that are not there yet. And but some of you are waking up, and I know y'all see the things that I see, and you just can't turn your head no more. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. So that's the part that they can't take from you. And it's not about going against any government or any shit like that. It's about waking up and realizing that we, as people, were programmed by higher entities that had the control that they needed to brainwash us with the bullshit they did. It's not no one's fault that we believed it. It's just how we were brought into this world, and they just had deep programming in us. I mean, we've been lied to for a very long time. A very long time. And a lot of lies for that long. It's going to take a lot of healing and a lot of truth to come out before some of you will see. But when you do, it's a beautiful awakening that you cannot even imagine. And it's like you're living life for the first time free. And it ain't, no matter what country you're in or what side of the planet you're on, or if you're going to Mars tomorrow, it works like that for everyone when they wake up. So just the best way I can tell you to wake up is to talk to God. He will bring you up and out of it. And He will do it with a swiftness, and He will make it look like a piece of cake. Because He is amazing, and He has ways that you cannot believe. And He will shine light on your life in ways you never thought were possible. And people can call me crazy and holy roller, whatever you want to call it. I'm none of those things. I'm just a normal girl living in this really fucked up world, but not without God. And that's all there is to it. Go be the greatest version of yourself. That's all I ever wanted to see anyways. That's what I'm about to do. Good luck to you.